Welcome to Organic Health Hub, your trusted source for all things related to natural health and well-being. Today, we journey into the mind where creativity thrives. Often associated solely with artists or writers, creativity is a vital life skill. It is the catalyst for innovation, the engine for problem-solving, and the drive for personal growth. It's the match that lights the flame of new ideas, the energy that propels us into the unknown. Creativity is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's crucial to not only survive, but to flourish an ever-evolving world. Let's break the misconception that creativity is only for a select few. It's there in each of us, waiting to be tapped. Creative thinking isn't just about producing art or writing a novel, it's about perceiving the world in novel ways, identifying hidden patterns, and finding connections between seemingly unrelated phenomena. It's about generating solutions to everyday problems and turning ideas into reality. So, whether you're in school, in a profession, or simply someone striving for personal betterment, harnessing your creativity can be life-changing. You have the power to convert the ordinary into the extraordinary. It's time to step out of your comfort zone and tap into the creative potential you possess. Embark on this journey to unlock your creative potential and transform your life. In our previous episode, we explored the vital skill of building emotional resilience. We ventured into the realm of emotions, viewing them as guiding forces rather than obstacles. Techniques for managing stress were discussed, playing a crucial role in developing resilience. We emphasized how a positive mindset can become a powerful tool to conquer adversity. To summarize, we covered all the fundamental elements you need to build your emotional resilience: understanding emotions, stress management, and nurturing a positive mindset. These are vital stepping stones on the road to resilience. Now that we've honed our emotional resilience, we are ready to tap into our creative potential. Creativity is not just about painting a masterpiece or writing a novel. It's about seeing the world in novel ways. Creativity explores the uncharted territories of the mind and generates innovative solutions to issues we encounter. Let's debunk some misunderstandings about creativity. It's not a privilege bestowed upon a select few. It's not about being artistic, having an eccentric personality. It's not about being flawless. In fact, creativity often thrives on imperfection, on the capacity to convert flaws into assets, mistakes into chances. Creativity involves the ability to perceive the world in fresh ways, to discover unseen patterns, and to establish links between apparently unrelated phenomena. In essence, it's about generating unique ideas and then implementing them. Plays a significant role in our personal and professional development. In our personal lives, it aids us in envisioning possibilities where others see dead ends. It assists us in navigating life's trials with elegance and resilience. It kindles joy, ignites passion, and makes life infinitely intriguing. In the professional sphere, creativity propels strategic thinking and guides better decision-making. It's the force that drives progress and development. It distinguishes the leaders from the followers, the pioneers from the... But here's the most beautiful thing about creativity. It's not an exclusive society. It's not a scarce jewel possessed by only a fortunate few. It's an inborn ability, each of us, lying dormant, ready to be unleashed. It's a muscle that strengthens with practice. It's a voyage of self-discovery, self-expression, and self-enhancement. To creative is to have the daring to be different, the courage to challenge the status quo, the resilience to bounce back from failures, and the curiosity to explore unknown. It's about breaking the barriers of conventional thought and venturing into the unknown realms of possibilities. It's about daring to dream, to imagine, and to create. It's about turning the ordinary into the extraordinary and the mundane into the magical. It's about transforming the world around us one idea at a time. It's about making our mark on the world, bringing about positive change, and leaving a legacy that future generations can up to. So, are you prepared to unleash your creative potential? Are you ready to the world in ways you've never envisioned before? Are you eager to turn your ideas into reality, to make your imprint on the world, to instigate positive change? Remember, creativity is not an exclusive club. It's an innate ability within all of us, waiting to be discovered. Often, our own beliefs and fears are the biggest barriers to our creativity. An intricate and in-depth understanding of this statement can open up avenues of untapped potential within us. This journey of self-discovery starts by recognizing one of the most common obstacles standing in our way: the fear of failure. More often than not, find ourselves in the grasp of this crippling fear, a fear that keeps us nestled safely within the confines of our comfort zone. It stops us from venturing out, experimenting with new ideas, and taking the risks necessary for creative growth. We need to perceive failure as an integral part of this growth process. It's in the existence and acceptance of these that we find opportunities to learn, to evolve, and to inch closer to our creative potential. Following the fear of failure, another invisible wall that hinders our creative process is self-doubt, a relentless and nagging feeling of inadequacy that frequently undermines our confidence. It causes us to question our abilities, to hesitate, and to second-guess our ideas they even have a chance to flourish. Self-doubt, however, is not a true indication of our capabilities, but instead a distorted reflection of our perception of capabilities. We need to learn to trust ourselves and our ideas, granting them the chance to prove their worth. The next impediment we encounter is the lack of inspiration. We've all experienced moments when it feels our well of ideas has run dry. This usually transpires when we restrict our experiences and limit our exposure to diverse perspectives. Creativity is adventurous spirit. It thrives in diversity, constant exploration, and a ceaseless quest for knowledge. When we broaden our horizons, seek new experiences, and welcome unfamiliar perspectives, we create an environment conducive to creativity. Lastly, there's the fear of judgment, a potent deterrent that can inhibit us from expressing our ideas freely and sharing our creativity with the world. We should understand that criticism is an integral part of creative process, and not every idea we conceive will be universally appreciated, yet it's far more gratifying to express our creativity and face criticism than to suppress our ideas out of fear. By recognizing these barriers, we can begin to dismantle them, paving the way to our creative selves. So, let's not allow these barriers to stifle our creativity. Let's embrace the process, overcome these obstacles, and let the river of creativity flow unabated. Boosting creativity is not a magic trick. It's about inculcating proper mental habits and providing an environment where innovation can thrive. Creativity can be likened to a garden. Just like a garden needs fertile soil, nutrients, and ample light and water to thrive, our minds need certain conditions to creative thought. The first condition is embracing curiosity. Curiosity is the fuel that drives creativity. It involves asking questions, seeking answers, and a constant desire to learn more. It's a refusal to accept things as they are without questioning why they are so. The second condition is diversity in experiences. This means stepping out of your comfort zone and exposing yourself to new things. It involves interacting with new people, immersing yourself in different cultures, and exploring new places. Every new experience plants a seed that can grow into a creative idea. The third condition is practicing mindfulness. This involves being fully engaged in the present moment, absorbing your surroundings in their entirety. By silencing the constant chatter in your mind, you can focus on the task at hand, enabling you to see things from a fresh perspective and opening new avenues for creative thinking. However, there is no one-size-fits-all formula for these techniques. They are tools that can be adjusted and tailored to suit your unique cognitive style. The key is to find what works for you and weave these techniques into your daily routine. It's important to remember that creativity is a lifelong journey, devoid of any specific end goal. It's about constant growth, exploration, and allowing your creative ideas to flourish. With these skills, we can create a conducive environment for creativity to grow and thrive. Every idea is a seed that, given the right conditions, can grow into something amazing. So let's our minds with these techniques and see what wonderful ideas bloom. Remember, creativity is a journey, not a destination. It's about continual growth and exploration. It's about nurturing your mind and allowing your creative ideas to take root and flourish. With these techniques, we can create a fertile ground for creative ideas to sprout. So, let's start nurturing our creative gardens and see what amazing ideas we can grow. Creativity doesn't just happen, it's a result of a mindset that embraces possibilities and isn't afraid to take risks. This is the essence of a creative mindset, a fertile ground for innovation that we must cultivate. It's not solely the domain of artists or inventors. It's a trait that can be cultivated in each one of us. It's about seeing the world not as it is, but as it can be. It's about embracing new ideas, daring to step outside of our comfort zones and seeing connections where others might not. It's about having the courage to believe in the potential of an idea, no matter how outlandish it may seem. Cultivating this mindset is akin to planting a seed, with the right conditions to grow and flourish. Accepting that you are indeed creative is the first step. Yes, each one of us possesses a unique creative capacity that's waiting to be discovered and nurtured. To foster this creativity, we must make space, not just physically, but also mentally and emotionally. We need to allow ourselves the freedom to dream, to imagine, to play. It's about breaking away from the norms of shoulds and musts and daring to ask, what if? It's about nurturing our curiosity and embracing resilience. Yes, creativity often involves stepping into the unknown, and that can be daunting. There will be moments of doubt, of failure and criticism. But these are the moments that test and strengthen our creative muscles. Lastly, stimulate your creativity with curiosity. Be a lifelong learner. Seek out new experiences, embrace different perspectives, and challenge the status quo. Creativity thrives on diversity and novelty. The more we expose ourselves to different ideas, the more we expand our creative horizons. So, let's start today. Cultivate your creative mindset and unlock your creative potential. Allow your ideas to run wild. Let your imagination take flight. The next big idea might just be a thought away. Because who knows, the next big idea might just be a thought away. Having unlocked your creative potential, you are now ready to embrace the habit of continuous learning. This is about nurturing an unquenchable curiosity. It's more than just gaining new skills or adding to your knowledge base. It's about welcoming change and using it as a springboard for personal growth. By being open to change, you're not just learning, you're evolving. This evolution is a cornerstone of lifelong learning. It's about fostering a desire to never stop growing, a commitment to constant self-improvement. This is the essence of continuous learning, the path to personal transformation. Join us in our next episode as we delve into the art of continuous learning, another key to transforming your life. Thank you for joining us. If you found this video valuable, please support us by liking, sharing and subscribing to Organic Health Hub. Feel free to share your questions, experiences or topics you'd like us to explore in future videos in the comments section below. Explore these other videos from our channel too.